Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the third part of the disturbing internet iceberg. Now, in the last couple videos, you guys have been commenting that you guys have forgotten to subscribe. What are you doing? We're halfway to 1,000 subscribers, and first of all, thank you guys so much for the recent support on the channel. It's mind-boggling, honestly. I started this a month ago just for fun, and you guys are actually really enjoying it, which I'm really enjoying. So if you guys do forget to subscribe, make sure you subscribe down below. It helps me out a lot, and we're almost at 1,000 subscribers, so let's get on to the video. I'm sorry that this video took a little bit longer to get out. Very busy with school at the moment. Final exams coming up again. This happens every 2 months. I'm so glad. A strange subreddit known as r/A858, containing only strings of letters and numbers, appeared on the site one day. Reddit's users decided that the seemingly random characters on the subreddit looked, quote, like a code, and thus began to decipher the posts there, in some cases devoting huge amounts of time to doing so. Many speculated that it could be, quote, an insidious government program, or like Cicada 3301, which I covered in the previous video, a recruiting program devised for clever programmers. A seeming breakthrough occurred in August 2015 when certain hexadecimal chains began appearing in a forum devoted to solving the subreddit. But since then, the original subreddit has gone completely private, and the efforts to crack it have come to a stalemate. Superbad.com is a noted web art installation created by Ben Benjamin in 1997. What an unfortunate last name. The website serves primarily as an artistic work that was produced using the tools and methods of web design. This genre of art is often referred to as web art. The site consists of a veritable maze of interlinked visuals that can range from wacky to colorful to even bizarre, and it heavily samples from Japanese popular culture. The May Day mystery. Every year since at least the early 1970s, an advertisement is taken out of the Daily Wildcat, which is a student newspaper from the University of Arizona. The ad is taken out every year on May 1st, as well as other seemingly random dates during the year, containing cryptic clues to some sort of mystery. The solution to solving the puzzle lies within unraveling a series of complex, detailed, and interwoven pages, and it has yet to be cracked. The Glitter Conspiracy. The New York Times published an entertaining investigation into the history and the secrets of glitter. A holiday sample since at least 1942, glitter is technically aluminum metallized polyethylene terephthalate. What is that word? Terephthalate. It's that. It takes 1,000 years to biodegrade, and most of the world's supply is produced in New Jersey at 2 different glitter manufacturing companies. A reporter by the name of Katie Weaver tried to visit these companies. However, only one hesitantly let her inside. The story's most tantalizing detail, however, is that one of the glitter industry's biggest clients doesn't want the public to know that they're using glitter in the first place. But why is that? Food for thought. Get your big old brains on this glitter conspiracy, guys. Sentimental Corp is another piece of web art, if you can even call it that. It's a rabbit hole of links that lead to pages that range from the ordinary and bland to the psychedelic and even disturbing. An example of one of these is Mark Zuckerberg, the CEO of Facebook, the big old Zuck, with a tongue that is replaced with a penis. So I mean, do with that what you want. Tired.com is a confessions website where you're asked the simple question of, are you tired? Tell us why. A very open-ended question that can have an infinite number of answers based on the individual. This website gained a large amount of traction, not only because it acted like a reassuring hug from the internet, but because it got people talking about a very relatable topic. Happy Valley Dream survey occurred in Portland, Oregon in 2015, when strange posters had been sighted all around Portland saying that if people had weird dreams lately, they should call them and describe them. Now, initially, many believed this was some sort of hoax. If you Googled the Happy Valley Dream survey, nothing would come up, but there was a number on the posters that surprisingly worked. When called, you are greeted with a female robotic voice asking you to describe your dream after the tone. But after one hangs up from the phone, nothing is received back from the number. That is until 2020 when new posters started to pop up again. If the number on these posters were called, you were greeted with a similar scenario, but this time you received an automated message thanking you for sharing your dreams. After one has called them, they would get calls from this number during the middle of the night. However, they would not leave enough time for the person to actually answer, leaving the phone ringing for only 2 seconds. Oratus is the name of an alleged computer algorithm that is said to conduct data surveillance of anyone that searches for that particular word on the web, while also leaving no traces of itself behind. Many suggest that the data collected by the algorithm is used by colossal companies such as Google in order to develop an AI machine that can filter out humans, while others seem to think that its main use is the removal of copyright infringement from content on websites like YouTube. People also speculate that it could be the product of a very intricate ARG. Okay, for this next entry, Human Being 15. Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's me from the future editing this video. Turns out that I was kind of wrong. Human Being 15 isn't about two little Hispanic boys having a good time. It's instead about this guy who has an obsession with the rapper P. Diddy. And he writes over and over the exact same phrase in a bunch of notebooks, and he keeps them stored in his room. So I'm sorry that I have a small brain. I'm assuming that's definitely not it, because that's not disturbing at all. It was actually a fun time. So I'm just gonna, yeah, you're welcome. Nobody Here is a YouTube music video by a channel named Sunset Corp. The video itself takes us down a seemingly endless rainbow road that is accompanied by the occasionally pixelated skyscraper. The visuals actually originate from an extremely rare Tato arcade cabinet from 1984, also known as Laser Grand Prix. So that's kind of cool, I guess. Also, apparently, the distorted music that accompanies this imagery is sampled from Lady in Red by Chris DeBro. So again, kind of cool. I'm pretty sure I messed up that last name. It's either DeBro or DeBois. Dozer Fleet Productions is an independent, privately owned entertainment think tank and data warehouse founded on October 10th of 1994. It has several outlets for entertainment purposes, including a deviant art outlet, obviously, but ultimately wants to be an alternative, Christian conservative friendly multimedia organization. The Dozer Fleet database is the main wiki, serving the brand's primary database and history logging purposes. Hell.com is an internet domain which has achieved a degree of notoriety due to its name, and an intentionally mysterious website that existed from August 1995 to 2009, created by artist Kenneth Aronson. Several versions of the Hell.com website were created during Aronson's ownership of the domain. All the designs in the areas generally available to the public were simple and sparse, but employed mysterious text and were perfectly difficult to navigate, which suggested something deeper. This appealed to the curious visitors, hackers, and others. Now, I did find a page named Hell.com. I don't know if it's the same one created by Aronson, because that one was sold back in 2009 for $1.5 million US. That's a lot of cash. But if you go onto this page, you are greeted with subpages named things such as, What Happens to Me in Hell? Am I a Sinner? Will God Forgive Me? Stuff like that. So maybe this is an example of what the original looked like, but I guess we'll never know. Or you could just use the Wayback Machine. Okay, now we're moving on from tier 4 to tier 5. Oh my lord. Quick disclaimer. One of the entries on tier 5 is the most disturbing things I've seen while researching for any of my videos. And it actually shook me, and I'm so glad that there was that little video of those two little Hispanic boys messing around, because it got so much worse. Blankroomsoup.avi is a YouTube video that shows an unidentifiable Asian man who is aggressively eating soup with a spoon that is definitely too big for the bowl. This is the most angering part of the entire video. Why is the spoon so big? Two masked individuals then enter the room and begin petting and comforting the man, who is now visibly sobbing and in distress. Many speculate that this video could be a product of some sort of hostage situation, but with so little information surrounding the video's origins, what's really going on could be anyone's guess. The Publius enigma is an internet phenomenon and unsolved problem that began with cryptic messages posted by a user identifying only as Publius to an unmoderated Usenet newsgroup. The messenger proposed a riddle in connection with the 1984 Pink Floyd album, the division bell, promising that the answer would lead to a great reward. Both David Gilmour and Nick Manson, the guitarist and drummer of the band respectively, believed EMI Records was responsible. However, it remains unclear if the enigma involves a genuinely solvable puzzle as a part of an early internet-based contest, or it was just a convoluted hoax. Next we have Cthulhu.net. In 1997, a mysterious person claiming to be a, quote, Mr. Thomas Ling created a very mysterious website called Mortis.com. Now, on the face of it, the site seemed to do nothing and was just a normal one-page website. However, on a closer inspection, it was discovered that by clicking on the word Mortis, a login with a password and username would pop up. Initially, a handful of 4chan users tried to brute force their way through the login, but when that failed, they sought out help from the technology section of 4chan. After cracking it, it was discovered on Usenet that the website was connected to some password-protected folders that were huge, one being at least 39 gigabytes in size. After digging around, they found some interesting and weird links between the supposed Thomas Ling and the website he owned. One of these connections was that Ling owned a number of different websites, including Cthulhu.net, which was said to contain nothing but a white chess piece accompanied by a very eerie saying, "Dead but dreaming." I don't go very in depth, but this is the one. This is the one that really messed me up. So, don't search this up. I swear, people, please. Coldness in My Heart is a very disturbing website. And I know people say, don't look up this website, and it makes you want to look it up, but I'm serious. Please do not look up this website. This is an informative website about different mental illnesses and personality disorders. To explain some of these disorders, the website shows some very graphic images of self-mutilation. It is the most disturbing imagery I've seen while researching for any of my videos, so please be careful if you're going to check it out. The page itself has 8 warning signs before you get to the actual stuff, so don't look this up. LHOHQ, or Laughing Horse Orifice Headquarters, is an extremely large site filled with flashing lights, weird videos, and a ton of nonsense text related to conspiracies and whatnot. At first look, it appears to be an ARG of some sort, but with the amount of time and dedication put into it, many speculate this is run by an entire company. Funtime Kids Care is a daycare based in Salt Lake City that, although claims to be an active and running daycare, many speculate it's hiding a dark secret. People are rarely seen going in and out of this daycare, and if you look inside, it looks more like a mental institution than a daycare, and the people that work there are very against filming on the grounds. Many speculate it to be a CIA black site, a drug front, or an organ harvesting operation. And the bland and sketchy branding doesn't give me daycare vibes, really, you know. Usually you don't see a big green blocky building with boarded up windows and peeling paint and stuff and think, I should send my kid there. This, I can't even pronounce it even if I wanted to, is a web maze that is made up of a series of math equations and cryptic messages. This makes sense because David Dennison, the creator of the website, is a mathematician, linguist, artist, occultist, and alchemist. And he decided to make a website. You know, I have every single skill in the entire world, but I'm going to waste my time making a puzzle on the internet for people to discover. Someone actually managed to crack the puzzle presented by the website. However, it not only took them 5 whole years, but the mental toll it had on them was excruciating. They offered to share their findings, but warned that it was dangerous and affected them in a very odd and peculiar way. Next up, we have M Cave Blogs. On November 10th, 2014, Kenny Lee Veach set out to rediscover a strange cave called M Cave, which he named that because it was shaped like an M, which he found while on a desert hike a few months before. The cave was in the Sheep Mountains around 40 miles north of Las Vegas and to the south of Area 51. Despite warnings not to go back to locate the cave by a poster on an online forum, he headed out on his 3rd trip to try and find the mysterious place. On his first encounter with the cave, his body had, according to Kenny, experienced weird sensations. And after Kenny failed to respond to his friend's calls, a search was initiated. When arriving at the mouth of the cave, the search team found Kenny's abandoned phone. To this day, many speculate that Kenny could have fallen down a mine shaft, been abducted by the military, or committed suicide, but no one truly knows. South 32 is another visual masterpiece. Like the previous entries on this list, you can expect epileptic, colorful, and disturbing imagery. However, this website claims to be a criminal stock exchange, filled to the brim with propaganda that claims that some of the world's most powerful people, such as Queen Elizabeth and Scott Morrison, are part of an underground criminal organization. FusionAnomaly.net is a visual web maze that takes you through the consciousness of the human mind. The abstract imagery presented is accompanied by metaphorical text about the true purpose of human beings in this existence. It also appears to have close relations to many profound cults such as the Illuminati. And many speculate that if able to be solved, this website holds the answers to some of the world's greatest secrets. Worlds.com was the first ever open world exploration and interaction MMO ever created, being founded in 1994. Now, even though this game has been dead for decades, the owner of the website, Tom Kidron, still pays out of his own pocket to keep the servers up and running. But why is this? Well, even though the abandoned MMO doesn't produce a steady income by itself, the patents that Tom Kidron used to found the game initially have made him hundreds of thousands each year. He owns maybe the most universal patent in gaming, which is an open space environment in which players interact. Kidron sues tyrants of the gaming industry like Blizzard and Rockstar every year and wins every year. Now, I know this has nothing to do with the cult, but I thought it was kind of interesting and gave good background information, so you guys can, that's cool, right? I thought that was cool. That's pretty cool. Now, I did say this MMO was abandoned, but not completely. A player by the name of Nexalist travels from world to world searching for the newest recruits for his cult. Now, what exactly do you think this cult consists of? Satanic rituals, you know, run-of-the-mill stuff. Conspiracies? How about a predator ring? If you are lucky enough to be deemed worthy by Nexalist, you will be taken to a secret room that resides in one of the world's maps. This room is customizable, and when you enter this place of horror, you are met with the nude photos, locations, and identities of all the members of the cult. It's like a group of the most horny singles in your area. You got 56-year-old Tom over there, Betty, she's new, 20 years old. You know, if you're looking for the young ones. But this is your initiation, the exposure of everything you hold sacred, given up to some predator, cult, sadomasochistic ring in a dead video game. Playgrind was a group of 4 to 5 individuals that existed between 1999 and 2003. One of the members, 13 years after the events of the group, created a YouTube channel called Remnants of Playgrind, where he explained the origins of the videos he was about to present. Some of the videos he deemed too explicit to show on YouTube, however, we did receive a handful of more of the mild ones. Out of the ones posted, we can infer that 2 of the members were named Cameron and Scott, and that the group had been running some sort of cult. In all the videos where the faces of the individuals are shown, their identities are being hidden behind pig masks. The videos seem to follow some sort of chronological format. The videos are split up into series that take us along the journey of the individual who's recording. These series include Scott 1 through 4, For Cameron 1 through 3, I Love You 1 and 2, and finally the standalone Flavoring 02. In Scott 1 through 4, we watch as, who I'm assuming is Scott, make his journey down into the depths of an abandoned sewer system as the night falls. In For Cameron 1 through 3, we watch as one of the group members is shown waiting for Cameron to arrive. That is until night falls and the individual in the video becomes very hysterical and distressed, almost as if something is watching him. I Love You 1 and 2 follows a pig-headed individual as he reassures us how much he loves us, constantly reminding us how important we are and how much he needs us. And finally, Flavoring 02, the standalone video. When we click on this video, we are greeted with nothing more than an individual drawing black face painting onto his pig mask, almost, it seems, in preparation for something. The painting is accompanied by a distorted and eerie background ambiance, which adds a little extra sprinkle of creepiness to the whole situation. You know, usually coloring on a pig mask by itself, nah. Staticky music, chef's kiss. But anyways, guys, that's the third part of the disturbing internet iceberg. I really do hope you guys enjoyed. I'm working on the 4th one right now. I promise it will get out sooner than this video did. I'm really sorry for that. And if you guys haven't subscribed already, make sure to subscribe. I really do appreciate your support. Thank you so much. And I hope you guys have a fantastic night, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.